Hey, it's Mike. Just taking a second from taking care of my son to remind you that Hack City is happening August 11th. That's on Friday. That's at Union Hall in Brooklyn at 7:30 p.m. We got a great show. We got Jason Choi, Danish Makbul, Brittany Carney, and of course, Mike and Jenny will be there. Again, that's August 11th and in New York City in Brooklyn. Just Google Hack City Comedy or go to asian.asianpod.com. See you there. Good morning, America.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Intro.
This is the greatest intro in the world.
We're back, baby.
We're back. This is the Asian Not Asian podcast. I'm one of the hosts, Mike Nguyen.
I'm Jenny Arimoto.
And we've been off. Well, we've been putting out episodes, but Jenny and I, we've been off for a couple weeks.
Yes, because I was traveling.
Because you were traveling and I was lazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really nice, honestly.
Yeah.
Having Saturdays.
Yeah.
To just like not even do anything.
Yeah, just sit.
Just chill.
And not talk out loud.
Not talking out loud is... I forgot how good it is.
It feels good.
I didn't even know it was an option.
Yes.
Yeah.
I say it like I wasn't talking constantly, just not with a microphone.
I saw some pictures we'll get into it. You were traveling and seeing your family. Your family's so cute.
I know, they really are.
Your mom is so cute.
She's so cute,
Your
but
sister's so cute.
I can't post her public.
Oh, really? How
Yeah.
come?
She told me not to.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which is why, like, most people, I post my dad, but I would never post my mom. So
yeah, that's fair.
that was what you got was a little close friends sneak peek of my mom's face.
Okay. Well, I don't want to, put your mom out there too much, but she's cutie.
Yeah, she's
a real cutie. But yeah, this is the Asian Not Asian podcast with all your favorite Asian friends. It's just me and Jenny today.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna do some catching up. We're gonna be hanging out. Maybe we'll play a game. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? We actually are ready to play a game if we need to. If we get there. If we're that desperate. If we run out of conversation that much.
Yeah, if after all of our catching up time, it's only been 6 minutes.
We're playing a game.
We will do whatever we have to do.
Yeah.
But first thing we're going to do is give a shout out to our Patreon subscriber, new Patreon subscribers. Patreon is the best way to support the podcast. It's patreon.com/Asian, not Asian pod. And we give you a little shout out if you become a patron of ours. And we give you a little backstory. We haven't done this in a little bit. So we got somebody here. His name is Nicholas Mui.
Mui?
M-U-Y.
Mui. Thai?
Yeah.
No.
Mui. No.
Thai names are long.
Thai names are long. Sometimes they go with a shorter name just to kind of like, how our comedian friend Ann Chun.
Yeah.
And it's like a short for super
something long.
bells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think that could be the case though?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Mui is giving me wild Southeast Asian vibes.
I know.
Super Southeast Asian vibes.
So what? But I know, but which Southeast Asian?
I just saw this TikTok thing. Somebody sent it to me, and it was like, there's a phrase in, like that the Philippines uses.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Mui.
Oh, okay.
But it's like how the F word can have all these different parts of speech depending on how you use the F word.
Yeah.
It's like that, where like this phrase that Filipino people use can be, I didn't know that, all the way to don't touch me, to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Depending on how you're saying
how you're using it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it was that. So
you're going to say Filipino?
I'm going to say Filipino, and I think also a secretive Filipino.
What does that mean?
Okay, this
a closet
person,
Filipino?
We usually get their email when the person subscribes and becomes a patron. But this person used that Apple feature where it's like hide my email.
Oh,
don't know this person's email. So I'm thinking this person here, cybersecurity Filipino.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What's the first name again?
Nicholas.
If
that's his real name.
That's so true.
If that's his real name.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
and
who
he
knows?
works for like, not the CIA.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But like whatever's like city level CIA.
Yeah.
Like your local CIA.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, he's just a guy on Reddit.
Yeah. Just a guy.
With an interest in cybersecurity.
Yeah, exactly. He's on the cybersecurity subreddit a lot.
Yeah.
It's that one, and I don't know. that subreddit Outfits. You ever go to that one?
No.
I think you would like it.
Okay.
Just people posting their outfits.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
As long as they're good. If it was a bunch of bad outfits, I'd be out.
It's Reddit, so lower your expectations.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's some actually pretty fire ones.
Wow. Okay.
But sometimes there's also like the guy where it's just like the one that kind of made the subreddit bigger.
Yeah.
This guy posted, he was just wearing like slacks and a white dress shirt, and he had on suspenders, which he had clipped. The clips were in the belt loops.
Yeah.
Did he
get dragged?
No, because he was like good looking, and that's the thing with Reddit. Still, it's still going to be like, you know, oh, you got good BMI and skin complexion, and therefore you're hot.
Exactly.
And I like your suspenders. It's exactly what my favorite Star Wars character would do.
Exactly. Yeah. It's pretty privilege.
Yeah, that's 100% right.
Yeah, if you're pretty enough, you can get away with anything.
Yeah, exactly. It was a weird outfit.
Yeah.
I think some people did say it was like, don't do the suspenders, please. You don't need it, you know?
Yeah.
But it was still like, hello, sir. You know, like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like, don't look at me. Yeah, don't look at me, senpai, or whatever.
Okay, so anyway, yes, Nicholas is IT professional or IT adjacent.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like wants to be cybersecurity in a more intense way, but is kind of just on Reddit right now.
Yeah.
And he's a closet Filipino.
He's a closeted Filipino.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Nicholas, for the money that you gave us in crypto, we assume.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're so secretive. I'm going to have to go to like some sort of special ATM in the desert to get the money out.
Yeah. And it's going to be some sort of coin you've never heard of.
Oh my God. It's been, no longer it's a Bitcoin. Now it's in falafel coin.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I'm like, oh shit, now I can only use this to buy falafel.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about crypto.
Me neither.
If you want to get up on this, please visit patreon.com/AsianNotAsianPod, and it's a lot of fun. And the money goes to support the podcast. I can show you the books. Okay, I can show you the books. We put the money into the podcast, and that's it. So moving on, I think we're ready to get started with just our usual good old question.
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, Mike, what kind of Asian were you this week?
I was an unrecognized Asian.
Wow, that's me all the time. I relate so hard to that.
Unrecognized Asian. I did a show with the Fung Brothers. So the Fung Brothers.
I saw you post about
YouTube
this.
Folks.
Yeah. Okay, so Fung Brothers.
So the Fung Brothers have this like live show, kind of like stand-up comedy, like funny presentation show, and it's at Sour Mouse, which is where Asian Comedy Festival was, and it's a good show, and they run it, and it's a lot of fun. They run it their way. They have like a funny presentation they do, and it was a banger lineup. And Chun was there, who we were just mentioning. Sabrina Wu was there.
Kind of a movie star now.
Dude.
They're like famous.
Dude.
Yeah.
So crazy that, like we were just hanging out. One moment you're just hanging out with your crew, on the side of the stage. Oh, hey, what's going on? Oh, yeah, my landlord's being a dick. Oh, yeah, I feel you, man. To all of a sudden, one of us just gets plucked out of obscurity, and is now hanging out with the cool Asians.
Right. A-list Asians.
The A-list Asians. Yeah. Hanging out with all the Asians who have like the
they're making TikToks with Seth Rogen. Is
that what they're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. See?
I saw Alana Glazer's TikTok pop up, and it was all featured around Sabrina. And I was like, okay, what's happening?
Well, Sabrina was on the lineup, and they were great, of course, and they were really funny. And, and it was me and Ann Chun and Peng Dang was there, and all sorts of comedians. And, everybody does their things, good show. And then afterwards, one of, people filing out. And what I like to do after a comedy show is, unlike other comedians, some comedians, they don't like to interact with anybody after the show. They just like straight up leave. Yeah. Or they don't, kind of keep a low profile. Not me.
Yeah.
I am paid.
You're in there.
Oh my God. Please tell me I'm a good boy.
Yeah.
I am a good boy. Yes. Yeah. Please tell me you love me.
You're like following audience members around.
It really was. And so an audience member came up and was like, oh, I listened to your podcast. It's so nice to meet you. I had no idea what you look like.
Oh.
So I didn't know it was you. And I was like, oh shit. I forgot. I always assumed that, you know, the way that technology is going, it's all merging together into, you know,
like especially this podcast, our faces aren't anywhere on the actual thing. It's just the logo.
Yeah, we don't have the faces.
Yeah.
We should get our faces on there.
But maybe it's like kind of cool to just to separate yourself from that.
I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know?
How did she figure it out? They figured it out.
The audience member, I think it was a she. I think she said, well, you know, they announced that I was, this is the host of Asian Not Asian Podcast.
I see.
You know, So, cool that there was a fan there because, hey, you know, I don't know. It's not like, I assume that fans are going to be at all these different shows. You know, and this pool's like, you know, the Fung brothers, they kind of have a different crowd than I think this podcast does, which is cool. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I didn't realize that that people just know my voice.
Yeah.
And, you know, what I look like. They're missing out on all the shenanigans. which is my look.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it's definitely not shenanigans.
It's not? Okay.
Yeah. It's very serious work.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the effort that you put into your look, basically, is what I'm saying.
I do. In fact, you know, this gave me an idea, just in case, because we always do our social media shout out at the end. Yeah. We're going to do it in the middle.
Wow.
So that you should check out my Instagram.
Yeah.
It's different than what I do here.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, my Instagram is Nice Pants Bro. Very easy to follow. Nice Pants. By the time you put in nice
it's there.
I'm there. Mike Nguyen comedy.
Yeah.
It's going to be there.
I'm at Jenny Arimoto. This is such a weird shout out in the middle of it, of your week recap.
Yeah.
But I also do I make sketches.
You make sketch.
And I'm told I'm a millennial cringe all the time.
Are you really?
Yeah.
By Gen Z people?
Because like I do like I do like actual sketch these days because that's more fun for me than like straight to camera. And so I have like dialogue between two people, and that's very like millennial era comedy. And then Gen Z comedy is like straight to camera, pretending like you're in a conversation. Yeah. Which I think to me is cringier in some ways, because it's like you're alone in your room pretending like you're having a conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
So why am I cringe? You're also cringe. We're all cringe. We're putting ourselves on the internet. It's horrible. It's embarrassing.
Thank you. Can we take a slight detour?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, basically that's the end of my story, right?
Okay.
So unrecognized Asian, which is cool.
But you were recognized.
I was recognized by my voice.
By your voice.
So
yeah.
just
That's
close your
actually
eyes.
Much more positive than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it was cool. A little detour, because everybody's been talking about it. The that weird thing that everybody's doing on TikTok, streaming live, where you're an NPC.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I haven't really watched it. I don't get it.
What it is?
No.
Conceptually?
No. What an NPC is?
You know what an NPC is?
Yeah. Do you want to explain? Just in case.
So, oh gosh, how far back do I need to go back? Okay, so an NPC is a non-player character. Mm-hmm. So in a video game, an NPC is like the random innkeeper that you would encounter,
right.
Or you know, it's any thing that you encounter that is not you, right. So that like pushes the plot along, or maybe you kill it or whatever the hell. NPC, those are NPCs. And NPCs are in games, you know, you go up to the innkeeper and like hit A, he'll tell you his life story. But then if you hit A again, he'll just be like, why are you bothering me?
Yeah.
And then he'll hit A again and be, why are you bothering me?
Yeah.
Like he'll just loop over and over again. And then maybe he'll be like, this was the day I met my dear Margaret. You know, like it'll just like say right. like random loops like that. And so on TikTok, what people are doing, they're streaming, which, by the way, didn't know you could do that.
I know. I've never watched one, but people do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think that was a thing still. Okay. So people are streaming on TikTok live, and they are pretending, quote unquote, to be an NPC. And when you give them something, which I was trying to understand the gifting system, which was like so complicated. It's like 6 diamonds equals a camel, and 4 camel hooves is 1
right.
arrow of Apollo.
Yeah.
And you can turn the arrow of Apollo into an ice cream vomit. And then the ice cream vomit is worth 15 pats on the back. And you convert that into Vietnamese dong.
Do people pay for it?
So I think.
Okay.
I think
I was like, I'm sure TikTok is making money from it.
Yes,
right?
I think so. And I think the person you gift the money to gets money, and there's like some money exchanging, but it's like it's a microtransaction.
Right.
So it's like small amounts of money, I think.
Yeah.
So unless you get the arrow of Apollo, and then, you know, that's worth 5 US bucks. I don't know. So,
and then you don't have to give your child away anymore.
That's something you unlock. So you are streaming and you're doing the NPC. People will be an NPC character, and just do, little silly NPC things like ha ha ha. Like for every different gift they do.
I see.
Right, and if it really takes off, they're gonna have to like be constantly saying noises and doing things like that. And it's very generational. So I think a lot of millennials are like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And a lot of Gen Z people, to your point.
Yeah.
Maybe they think, I think a lot of them, Gen Z people also think it's bad.
But it's just like It is. For them.
Yeah.
Whereas like, we're like, what?
Yeah. But
we're just getting older.
Yeah. Well, I think the difference between like our mentality and your mentality, or our mentality and like the Gen Z mentality is, I would have made the NPC thing like a bit. I would have made it as like, imagine an NPC who is your, like is a toxic Asian guy, which I actually had as an idea and I wrote it down. Yeah. And then this NPC thing came out and I was like, oh, now I can't do it because people will think I'm going to do the streaming thing, which I don't want to do. Yeah. But like the Gen Z thing is like, it's not about the bit really. Yeah. It's about the, two camera experience with the gift. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's like a different mentality where I have the cringe mentality of making a joke. Yeah.
I know, the cringe mentality of wanting to put structure on the thought.
Yes.
I know.
The structure.
And I was like, it bothers me that it's cringe to structure.
Yeah. Structure is cringe.
Whoa, you're trying to structure a joke? Have you ever tried doing something random? Random humor?
Whoa, is your essay using intro, 3 supporting body paragraphs, and a conclusion paragraph? That's cringe,
That's
bro.
cringe. Just like be authentic and transparent and random.
Dude, use AI in order to randomize the words. Yeah. That's the way, yeah.
So that my thing took you down that NPC.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
As you were talking about this thing that I'm like, have no idea what the hell this is. Yeah. I was like, we have aliens. Do you know what I mean? Like, we were just talking about like aliens. Like, there's like so much climate change, like so hot this weekend, and I'm like, what are we doing as humans? Yeah. What are we doing with our time and our focus and our energy?
I think this goes to show you how hot it is. It's like so hot out right now that everybody's like, we can't think about aliens.
I know.
It's way too hot to think about aliens.
Literally the aliens thing really barely made a dent in the conversation. Like, I think it's like, we all know about it, but we're all like, we don't care. It's just like too much other stuff happening.
Let's just say if aliens, like we had like a straight up alien encounter, like a bunch of them came down to all the different capital cities in the world. 5th worst thing to happen this week.
I know.
Like, not even, we're still dealing. We have a fentanyl crisis. It's hot as balls. Yeah. The oceans are literally boiling. Yes.
And if you watch any animal documentary, they're all dying.
They're all dying. And also rent is crazy.
I know, rent is crazy.
Listen, Borgtron. Yeah. Take it easy.
But also, if aliens came down, I think we would also be like, there is a chance they would do a better job than what we're doing. So it's almost like take over.
You got it. You got this,
like,
right?
You guys got this. Like, honestly, if you can lower our rent, I don't mind an alien takeover.
Burgertron. Yeah. Borgtron. Is there anything you can do for a 1-bedroom, dude? Yeah. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? You're
I love to be able to afford a 1-bedroom.
You can turn energy directly into matter using nanotechnology.
Can we lower that? And can we change it so it's not 40x rent to even apply?
Yeah. And the Borgtron is like, no,
that I can't do.
The landlord contract is pretty precise. Yeah. No using nanotechnology to increase the supply of housing.
But we will goopify you.
You mean like
make you liquid?
Okay,
not actually goop. Gwyneth Paltrow's goop.
Okay, I was gonna say
that would be a me joke though.
Yeah.
That would be a me joke. But I'm random. I do random Gen Z humor. I don't do structured humor.
The alien just gives you a tote bag. Says goop. There you go. You live in Nantucket now.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
That's
like,
the goop.
oh, okay.
No, turn me into goop,
Yeah,
dude.
just
Turn
literally
me
just
into slime.
liquefy me. Yeah.
Shoot me and turn me into slime. We're getting real pop culture. We're gonna come back to that because we have another pop culture thing. But
that I want to talk about.
Yeah, I want to ask Jenny, what kind of Asian were you this week?
I was a birthday Asian. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. Thank you. It was my birthday 2 days ago. It's been a very fun week. I got back from California. Oh my God, my flight was delayed 5 hours.
I heard about that because of the rain.
Yes, because of the rain in New York.
It got pretty crazy here.
And so I was at the airport for 5 hours, and I didn't get home until like 1:30 a.m. And it was
Fuck off.
It was 2 days before my birthday. Well, when I got to my apartment, it was a day before my birthday.
Yeah.
But I was just like, is this kind of like a thesis on my year? Like I was like, I was talking about this in my therapy session. I was like, I feel like if I had to reflect on my year, that was a perfect metaphor, which is that the external circumstances have thrown curveballs at me and made my, like, nothing is going as planned. Do you know what I mean? Like my flight was delayed. Like I have no control over that. But I was just like, had to ride the circumstances. Yeah. I feel like that was a perfect example of my year this year.
Do you mean like it was the encapsulation of the year you already had?
Yeah.
You just had.
Yes, my last year.
I see.
I mean, like it was before my birthday. I was like, oh, this is how I'm capping it off. Right. Which is I have like no control over anything.
Right. You just got to deal with it.
Yeah.
And just like try to get a free drink coupon out of it.
Yeah, exactly. And I will say like the day of my birthday is actually when I had my therapy session. I was like, it's been a heat wave in New York. Yeah. So it's really, really hot. And I had made plans. Everything was outdoors. We were going to drink outdoors. We were going to go to a concert outdoors. And then there was suddenly possibility of rain. And I was like, this is what I mean. Like, it's unpredictable. Like, oh, I made these plans months ago. Right. Like the concert. Like I bought tickets because I was like, summer, whatever. Or like the fact that I like planned my birthday party, but I didn't know it was going to be a heat wave. And so we're like sitting outside. But I can't change. I was like, well, this was the plan we made before we knew it was going to be a heat wave. Wow. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is kind of what life is or has been for me. And it's not a bad thing because I can't control it. It just is. Right. So I'm like, I think I'm just learning to like not be so, this is nothing. I'm just kind of smart. I did not to be millennial, really try not to be millennial by not planning anything that I'm saying. And I'm just talking. But I think I'm just like learning that life, sometimes you cannot control it. Oftentimes you cannot. And so instead of like being like anxious about it and spiraling over like, oh, like, you know, getting distraught that like my plans aren't going the way I want them to, I just have like learned to like be like, well, it's out of my control. Yeah. And just like not put too much emotional like importance on that stuff.
Because I feel like you are pretty calm, you know? I mean, I haven't known you that long. But it seems like, 2020 Jenny would have not have been like this. Do you feel that way?
Yeah. Or I would be more like there's nothing you can do in any of these situations, but I would be like more annoyed. Yeah. Like stewing and sitting there just stewing.
Just like thinking about it.
Yeah. Thinking about it. Like the flight delay would have really stressed me out.
Oh, that sucks.
But this time I was like, whatever. I have like a deadline to hit for a writing thing. Like I'm just going to do it. And it forced me to do it.
So you just sat
and then
there
I read, and I sat there, and it wasn't like that bad. The worst part was getting in late and my Uber not being able to find me.
Oh no!
They also changed JFK. There's a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, no. It's like you got to go in the sewer, and then
it was crazy. And then anyways, I won't. I could go off about JFK, but I won't. Yeah, JFK is a flop. Let's just say that. But then, I don't know. I was like, oh, this is like what life is. And I also think that's what getting older is. Yeah. You know, it's like more and more, it's just like bigger scale things. Yeah. That like you realize you can't control. Yeah. The economy. Right. Or like your parents' death.
Yeah. Aliens.
Yeah. Or like aliens. Climate and you're change. Just like, well, I can only do what I can do.
Right. You ever like meet like really old people and like, nothing seems to bother them at all. Yeah. You know, they're just like, that's life for you. Yeah,
exactly.
Know? That's all you can do. And they just have another Werther's original.
What is it with Werther's originals? But
it's the one thing you can control.
That is so true.
You know, it's just a tiny little bit of pleasure you can have. You put in your mouth.
Exactly.
And you keep it in your little pocket. Yeah. You know, at any time, no matter what. Oh no, the bus you're on is on fire.
Exactly.
Well, that's how it is. Yeah. And then you have a little Werther's.
Exactly.
And it's okay.
I know what you mean. Everyone's just like chiller. That's not true. There are a lot of older people who will yell at you.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Are racist.
And they get real mad. Yeah.
Yeah. But I know what you mean. Like that energy of like certain times they're just like, welp.
Well,
that's that.
Yep.
So yeah, I've been kind of embracing that energy.
Do you feel that from that kind of experience that making plans, do you feel you're more inclined to make plans now or less inclined to make plans now? Do you feel like, oh, it doesn't matter or not?
I still make plans.
Yeah.
I'm like the person that plans everything.
Sure.
You know that, like, if I'm not executing, it's like things wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that about myself.
Yeah.
So I still make plans. What I've learned is I don't get so offended when people cancel now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas before I would take it personally. I was like, oh, they don't respect me or they hate me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And now I'm like, whatever. Like, people have lives. And then I also saw this TikTok recently that was like about like letting people just be themselves. So it's like, instead of trying to change somebody, you just like see how they act and then you just react to that accordingly, rather than like trying to have someone like treat you the way you want to be treated, like force upon them how you want to be treated. Just let them treat you the way they would treat you, and then if you don't like it, then don't spend time with that person anymore. And I was like, it's kind of a similar thing. He's like, you let the world be, and then you kind of learn from that and you react to that. And I was
this
like,
is some like philosophy shit right here.
yeah,
Some stoicism.
TikTok philosophy energy.
Wow.
But I was like, that's kind of what I'm realizing life is. You just have to like let things happen, and then you decide your best course of action.
Yeah.
And act like that. So I was like, yeah, I'll make plans, but I'm just gonna make more plans with people who are consistent with me and will show up and like communicate, etc.
There you go. I feel that.
And then I like can do the best to plan my life stuff, a career or whatever. But then it's like, you never know what's going to happen.
No.
There could be mass layoffs.
Yep.
There could be a strike. Yeah. There could be, you know, the industry might fully change after this year. Who knows?
How do you feel about the, you know, that career path that you were on, given the strike right now? And there's SAG strike too.
I know. I mean, it's like overall striking everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you just realize that everything is like made up.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like everything is defined by like structures that are way above you.
Sure.
So you never know what the landscape's going to look like in any industry. Like that includes like my other 9-to-5 tech.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it's going to look like anymore. It looks different now than it did when I started.
That's very true.
And so you just kind of have to be like, you can never put your entire identity or like your own self-worth in any one thing.
I find that to be very freeing, you know, because I feel, you know, we've been making fun of, I feel Gen Z would make fun of us for having structure, and we make fun of like boomers for having like, this is your one identity.
Yeah.
I've worked at Dynacorp for 45 years
totally.
As an account receivable guy.
Yeah.
I'm an account man. This is what I do.
Exactly.
And I die this way, and it ruined my marriage because this is what I do.
Yes.
You know, whereas millennial, we're sort of like, we went through 2 recessions and an alien invasion, and we're just kind of like, this is just got to go with it. You know, hey, that's why I'm a freelancer. Yeah. Because of the aliens.
Yeah. That is true.
Yeah.
Totally. I'm just like, especially because we're from a place where there is no stability in the same way. You can try to be an accounts payable guy, but there's a good chance that your company will go under, or there'll be a recession, or AI will take over.
Or aliens turned you into goop.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, we can't do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just like, whatever. I'm just going to have fun.
Yeah. I'm just going to be goop, man.
I'm going to have fun. I'm going to be ready to be goopified at any time. Both versions.
Just a pile of ooze, but with a tote bag. Yeah. We're in the tote bag as ooze.
Yeah, exactly. With a jade egg, whatever. Like
Gotta work those cables.
Yeah.
Just as goop.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling on my birthday. I know I'm getting older just like hearing the way I talk about life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like firmly just getting older.
I mean, I feel, I don't know about you, but I'm liking you more and more. That's just welcome.
I'm just entering your kind of life stage.
It's kind of nice, you know?
Yeah, I'm just getting older.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I could talk about my trip.
Oh yeah. I mean, I do want to hear, about it. You were there for a while.
I was there for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I went for a wedding, and then we had my dad's celebration of life.
Oh.
And
what was that, you know, about?
Which one? The wedding? I'm just kidding.
The celebration of life.
The celebration of life was basically because we didn't have like a big funeral, because we did a very quick turnaround time.
Sure.
Because we had family flying in, just like logistics wise. right after his passing, and so we did a big like party that was very like, we eat a lot. It's so Asian. We're like, the food has to be good.
So it
was just like a big party, and then we like had a micro. I obviously emceed it because I'm that person now.
Of course.
And I realized because of this podcast and because of Hack City, I no longer feel nervous before these shows.
Oh yeah,
these shows. I call my dad's celebration of life a show.
Celebration of life. What's up, everybody? Why are we all here? Are we celebrating anything?
Yeah. What's up, Bay Area?
How we doing? Make some noise.
But yeah, we like I got to meet a bunch of people that I've heard about but never met. Like his like
cool.
his like, you know, groomsmen and stuff. Because he never really hung out with them. So then I like didn't grow up with them. So I got to like finally talk to them.
Are they local or do they fly?
Yeah, they're local-ish, like an hour drive away. So that was really nice. I got to hear a lot of stories. Everyone was just really nice. It was just very sweet. I have nothing else to report back.
That's nice.
But it felt good. We also had some family and that I don't really know from Hawaii, because like my dad's side is in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of family there. I just don't know them very well. And so they came. Some people came. Age? No, older. Old 70s. But it was like really sweet to talk to some Hawaiian aunties, you know? Oh my God. One day I'll make something about it. Their energy was wonderful.
How so?
It's just like slow.
Yeah.
Just like island time. You know, like everything is just kind of like, oh, like, and they have like an accent, like there's like a Hawaiian accent.
Yeah. Which I love.
And I was like, am I like a crazy like city rat? Always like, we gotta go. Like, you know, like move sentences faster, jokes quicker, faster. Like, and I like listened to them talk, and I was like, wow, they're so chill.
Yeah.
Like everything's chill.
It's just like, it's like if CBD wore a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. I was like, I need to calm down. But it was nice to hear their stories. And it's like good to remember where you came from. That was such a lame sentence, but it is good to,
it's not lame,
but you know what I mean? It's good to remember where you came from.
Yeah.
And for me personally, because my family that I grew up with was so small, really small. Sure. It was like, just my grandparents and our immediate family and my aunt nearby. I like forget that we have like actually a lot of family. They're just not next door to me.
Yeah. They're just,
and so then you hear all the stories, and I like just learned family history where I was like, what? You know, like I just like didn't know because I didn't grow up hearing the stories of like the generations way above.
Can you drop something on us?
Well, yeah. Okay. So like, this actually ties to pop culture. I found out, well, I knew that my grandpa in Hawaii was like detained overnight, like around the time of Pearl Harbor for being Japanese. And but I did not know that people in Hawaii were evacuated from their homes, much like they were in California and like, you know, brought into camps and stuff. I did not know that they were evacuated from their homes at all in Hawaii. And then I heard stories that they had packed up, and then they had like 8 kids. They all had places to go. They were ready to be evacuated basically. And then they were evacuated for a week, and then they were allowed to move back in.
Oh, really?
So I didn't know about that. So I was like, learned about that history. I also learned that my dad's side is also from like, you know, generations like 1920s, like before, from Hiroshima.
Yeah.
And when the war happened, the bomb was dropped. He didn't know who was alive anymore, because this is like before email. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to like communicate. I couldn't DM be like, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
So that's also part of the reason. I mean, they want to stay in America, but also part of the reason they didn't go back is because of the atomic bomb.
Holy fuck.
I didn't know all the detail. I didn't even think about putting the geopolitics together. And Oppenheimer is out right now.
Oh my God.
And you know, at first I was like, I'll probably watch it. And now I was talking about in therapy. I was like, I think there's a part of me that's like, I don't need to hear this side of the story in detail.
Story, yeah.
Like the white side of the story. You know what I mean? When it's like a lot of real lives were very much impacted, and they like literally changed the course of me being here. Sure. And it just feels kind of icky to like see it like from like a very political place when I see it from like a more personal place.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'll watch it if it's on streaming, but I don't think I need to watch it in theaters. Which I thought was an interesting kind of emotional reaction from me. I was like, I don't need to see that.
No, that makes sense. I feel you gotta. I'm sure. I think they portray that whole creation of the bomb. That's a bad thing.
Sure, of course.
But you do, I feel if you really want to get into it, you got to watch Oppenheimer and then Grave of the Fireflies, like back to back.
Yeah, exactly.
And just be like, holy crap. Aliens goop us now, dude. We don't deserve any better.
Exactly.
Honestly, goopifying us would be a mercy, you know? We don't deserve it. Wow. So
just like stuff like that, I was like, oh, I never talk about it. Like I was like with my little family, just talking about the Niners game or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't thinking about like generations before me. Like when it gets to like your great grandparents and your great great grandparents, you're not like thinking super a lot about it. And so we like the conversations just came up because like family came over, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't just show up here. Right. I wasn't just like, I'm supposed to be in the Bay Area. Like there's a lot of stuff that shaped that journey.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They needed a podcast. That's what they need.
That's what, every generation needs a podcast. And so my great grandkids can listen to this and go, wow, she was millennial cringe.
Yeah. Her life had so much structure. So boring. Well, I mean, hopefully you can hear more of these stories and, you know, remember them. I think that's important.
That's the biggest thing.
It is crazy.
Stories get lost.
You know, to your point about you feel sometimes that this is a very Asian thing. I for a lot of reasons, you know, wars, refugees. There's stuff that's happening that's like above, not even above us, but it's like that we had nothing to do with, and we got to deal with those ramifications. Yeah. You know, someplace in the desert was like, I'm going to make this nuclear weapon. Right. And we're at war and, you know, with this other country, and all these things are happening. Right. And in Japan, it's like, we're going to war with all these people, even though nobody, you know, this is the way that we're all going to go. Right. And because of that, like your great grandparents had to deal with it, or you know, for us, it's like my parents or my grandparents had to deal with it, and all of a sudden we end up here, right? Right. And it's like I didn't want any of this. Yeah, exactly.
Like sitting in this major heat with our microphones.
Yeah, I'm sitting in this heat.
Our cold brews.
I'm making Instagram reels.
I'm like, I haven't made content in a while. I need to do that right now. Like literally in my head this week, I was like, I gotta do that. Yeah, but it's like crazy. I mean, I know, once again, I'm not like, you know, I'm not trying to say like good or bad. Like I know there's a lot of like other stuff to talk about, especially I know whenever I'm Japanese, I know I'm like, we did a lot of bad stuff. I get that. Yeah. I'm talking more of like from the personal level, like as one person, right? We are products of like all of these things that are very, very big. And it's very easy to forget that when you're looking at your Instagram creator dashboard.
Oh my God. I love looking at that thing.
I hate it.
I'm always like that.
I literally like, you know, I'm like, I need to start doing this. I'm like, oh my God. My great grandpa moved here in 19. Like I have to like remember. I'm like, there's all these people. I'm the product of so many people and so many political decisions.
What were the wildest dreams of our ancestors?
Exactly. As I stare at my creator dashboard, you look at the
creator dashboard,
like X number of followers lost.
Oh my God! Oh, I'm only getting 15 minutes of playtime per. I don't know. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Sometimes in life, we're faced with tough choices, and the path forward isn't always clear. Like, should I move for that new job, or break up with my partner, or even who am I as a person? Whether you're dealing with decisions around career, relationships, or anything else, therapy helps you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life, so you can move forward with confidence and excitement. Trusting yourself to make decisions that align with your values is like anything else. The more you practice it, the easier it gets. I've done therapy in the past, and I use what I've learned to this day to help me figure out what I'm going through and what I care about. So if you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Asian today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Asian. Using the internet without ExpressVPN is like passing a note in class and having the teacher read it out loud to everyone. Oh no, Mrs. H, that love note was for Stacy's eyes only. Your internet service providers know every single website you've ever visited. That's true. That's crazy. They can then sell this information to ad companies and tech giants who then use this data to target you. It's kind of complex, but as I get it, ExpressVPN takes your data and reroutes it through a secure encrypted tunnel, so your ISP can't see or sell your online activity. It's super easy to use. Just fire up the app, click one button, and you're all ready to go. It was rated number 1 by CNET and TechRadar. Plus, it works on phones, laptops, even routers. So everyone who shares your Wi-Fi can be protected. ExpressVPN is great because it's super easy to use and it helps you feel secure when you're online. Protect your online privacy by visiting expressvpn.com/Asian today. That's expressvpn.com/Asian, and you can get an extra 3 months free. expressvpn.com/Asian. Well, speaking of which, with the pop culture thing, did want to like shift it a little bit. Just a little fun little pop culture goss.
Yeah.
This is Goss Corner.
Yeah. Well, my TikTok is just fully this topic now,
right.
which is the Ariana Grande, Ethan Slater relationship.
Now, I know what our fans are thinking. What does
this have to do with anything?
With being Asian.
It has.
We'll get there.
We'll figure it out as we talk.
We'll get there. We're going to do this.
I need everyone to know that I am one of the biggest SpongeBob the Musical fans.
Okay, hold on here. You got to lay out all of the information because it sounds like you just had a stroke just now to me. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Did you ever watch SpongeBob the Musical?
I never watched SpongeBob the cartoon.
Okay, neither did I.
Oh, okay.
I watch it I would watch it like if my brother was watching it, but I was not like a die-hard SpongeBob fan.
Okay.
And then
the premise is that he's a sponge.
Yes.
In the ocean. And he has like friends and like weirdness happens.
Yes, exactly. Okay. You hit the nail right on the head. And so I never was like, I think I'm like a little bit at the age a little too old for SpongeBob. Yeah, sure. And I think that generation really is like slightly younger than me.
Yeah.
That people who really like SpongeBob. Anyways, I was at a play and this woman behind me was like a big theater person and she was talking to me and my friend. This is like way back, like 2019. And she was like, but you know what's wonderful? SpongeBob the Musical. Mm-hmm. She's like truly fantastic. Ethan Slater is really incredible in it. Okay. And so I was like,
he's SpongeBob.
And so I was like, really? Because like I would never go see SpongeBob the Musical. I was like, that's so silly. I would never go watch it. So then after she said it, I like 3 other people after that told me it's an amazing musical.
Okay.
So my friend and I were like, well, then we have to go see it.
Yeah.
And their ticket sales were not doing great. And so they were actually quite easy to get pretty good tickets. So we bought tickets like 2 weeks before they closed, like half empty.
Wow.
And not half empty, like maybe like three quarters filled. Anyways, we went. It's fantastic. Wow. Like really good.
Okay.
The music is like written by all these famous, like every song is like written by like someone famous.
Okay.
For some reason, the only one I can remember is Panic at the Disco, but it's like,
really?
Yeah, like all these people, like bands and like famous people wrote songs. Like Sarah Bareilles wrote one.
Oh,
like,
wow.
So you like get different styles and it's also like really acrobatic, whatever. So, I got really obsessed with it. So I watched it once and my friend and I were like, that was an out of body experience. Like that was way better than I thought. It's about climate change.
Oh, wow.
And it's silly and he like climbs and it's just like very physically amazing. Like just a lot of work.
Yeah.
So it was closing soon. I went again a week later.
Wow. Oh my God.
And because I was like, it's so good. And it was so good. Time of my life.
This is SpongeBob the Musical.
Yeah, SpongeBob the Musical.
Based on SpongeBob the cartoon.
Yes, exactly. I love the musical. And then there's a recorded version. And I made my mom DVR it. So when I go home, I can watch it. And then I didn't know they're going to put it on Amazon. So now it's on Amazon, I think.
Okay.
So I've seen it like many times.
It's like a recorded version with him in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And obviously he's getting dragged to hell now for many reasons. So I just wanted to start with that is the context that I have of this man and this show. I've really liked it enough where I would talk to people who went to his college to be like, did you know him? I'm a huge fan.
So the guy's name is
Ethan.
Okay. I'm still trying to get the basics of who the protagonists in the story are. Okay. So he's a musical theater person, star, I guess.
Yes.
If you can call the SpongeBob a star.
And well, you know what? I will say yes.
Okay, fair enough.
If I know him.
So so there's that. Then there's...
So then, put it on ice.
Put that on ice.
Just know the context. Enough that I've made multiple TikToks. I made a TikTok that's just about SpongeBob the Musical.
Okay. Did it do well?
No. It's too specific. It was me being on Love is Blind but the only thing is me being pissed that no one knows what SpongeBob the Musical is.
Oh, I see.
I was like, you don't know about SpongeBob the Musical? Wow, I don't know how I can marry you. Like,
okay.
So just know that's my level. I also am very aware that no one else cares about it. Not no one else. Most people don't care about it, and don't know who this person is. Then, lo and behold, this past like couple weeks, I just love gossip.
Yeah.
So the Ariana Grande stuff is happening. I don't really care about celebrity gossip until...
What is the Ariana Grande stuff?
That she's getting a divorce.
Uh-huh.
And that she is like having an affair, or like she has having a relationship with Ethan Slater because they're both in Wicked the musical, filming in London right now.
Yes.
And then his wife then goes to the press and makes a statement about basically saying that like Ariana Grande like knew about this and is like engaging in an affair with her husband, and then he is asking for a divorce out of nowhere. Woo! So it's very public, right? Like they're like doing everything through the press.
Right.
And I usually would not talk about this on the podcast, and I usually would not care. The only thing is that it's SpongeBob. When I saw who it was, I was like, I would have never in any world thought that. I am such a big fan of him. I couldn't believe
even his adultery. Even
huge fan.
His his adultery, so artistic.
But the thing is, I get it. The adultery is not cool. The thing is, TikTok is dragging him for being SpongeBob, and that's where I go. I put my foot down. I go, do not make fun of SpongeBob.
I do, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like everyone's like, look at this guy. Like he's just SpongeBob. I was like, okay, no. Let's not drag SpongeBob because it's actually a really good show.
I like how you're just like, these suck. Take it easy on SpongeBob. He had nothing to do with this.
Everyone was just like making fun of him for being SpongeBob. And I'm like, don't make fun of him for being SpongeBob. That was actually fantastic. And I paid a lot of money to watch it multiple times.
Twice, yes.
Yeah. And I
in quick succession
forced my mom to DVR it on Nickelodeon. I did all that. It's a great piece of art. I was just like, keep getting TikToks, and whenever it's making fun of SpongeBob, I go so quiet. I'm like, I can't watch this.
No, you report it immediately.
Yeah, so this actually has a lot less to do with the adultery part and more about my attachment to SpongeBob.
Well, I wanted to. I still haven't found the Asian not Asian connection, but I do want to talk about it because I do think it's kind of mean that is everybody's like, oh well, this guy, he's like not worthy, like he's like a weird looking dude or something like that.
He's like a theater guy. Like he's like a small, weird looking, funky looking theater guy.
Right. Which, hey, sure, he is or isn't, whatever. But I think it's, everybody, like you, I don't know, it feels gross. It's like, what, Ariana Grande can only cheat with hot people? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's a bad situation.
Right. It's bad across the board.
Yeah. And it's not like just because someone is attractive and talented means that they are going to make good decisions or be a good person, So
exactly.
Would it be better if it was like, oh my gosh, she's dating Idris Elba. But
that's what I mean by pretty privilege, though.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, if you're hot enough, everyone's like, well, they're hot.
Right.
And now it's like, it's like more of a statement on like him looking a certain way or doing a show that maybe at face value looks a little kooky, but it's actually very good. I really can't. I was like, I can handle slander if it comes to like, for real, like decisions, like moral perspective stuff.
Yeah.
Because I agree with it. It's like not cool. But I was like, but don't bring in that show. Don't drag the show like this.
Game recognized.
And I'm like, also, you got to recognize the rest of the cast is also fantastic. Don't do a scene where you're making fun of all of them. Anyways, that's the only thing I want to talk about. SpongeBob the Musical is fantastic. Everyone watch it.
Is it still? It's not around.
No.
Okay.
I also think that it was on touring, and my family went to go watch it. My dad was like, what the hell? And so it's not for everybody. I also think that like cast makes a huge difference in this show.
Sure.
Because it's like very physical.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry to absolutely. I just wanted a venue to talk about SpongeBob the Musical. One of my favorite topics to talk about.
I have failed our listeners. I did not make that about Asian or being not Asian at all. I couldn't find any way in.
There's no way in. I didn't allow you to come in.
Yeah, it's not like do Asian people eat sea sponges? I don't think so.
No.
I think that's the one thing we don't eat.
Yeah.
So that was just a fun time for Jenny.
Yeah, and I hope much fun.
Okay, I'm glad. So are they getting? They're separately divorcing. They're
separately divorced. They're
separating.
each getting a divorce. As of now, that's like what the rumor mill's saying. But it is crazy how much is coming through the press. Yeah.
I mean, okay, if we don't want to talk about moral failings, if we want to talk about moral failings of this this person, does he think that this is going to work out? This is just so many red flags.
I know.
There's just no way.
I think I've never been an actor on a set.
Yeah.
But I think there's like, like camp energy. Like you go to camp.
It's just like you're together. You're going through this thing.
You're together all the time. You're like, your real life is not here.
Yeah.
You're in a different city.
Yeah.
You're with this group of people all the time.
Right.
I feel like there's like camp crush energy.
Camp crush energy.
When you're like sleepaway camp, which I've also never done, but like I'm assuming you like have sleepaway camp and then you just like spend a lot of time with somebody.
Right.
And you're just like, ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And then in this case, it's theater camp, sleepaway camp. So it's like, that guy's nice and he sings and dances as well.
Wow.
And I think
let's get a divorce.
Yeah, it's
I'm breaking up with my home girlfriend.
Yeah. I'm gonna dump my seventh grade girlfriend for my theater camp girlfriend.
Yeah, wow,
that's like kind of the energy it feels like.
I could totally see that. I mean, obviously, actors, they get together all the time.
Yeah,
like on set,
right? Because you're just like, that's the environment.
That's your whole life.
And that's why I don't want to be an actor. That's the only reason. And it's me making that decision. I don't want to be an A-list actor. I can't handle that.
No.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would be a star. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's an actor decision I'm making myself.
The only thing that would keep you, where Randall wanted us to be in the movie, you're like, I don't know. But he's like, please, be the lead.
Yeah.
And you're like,
And I was like, I'm willing to wear my jumpsuit and be in the background of a scene.
But I don't want to fall in love with my co-star.
Yeah, not this time.
Not again. They're always texting me.
I have this magnetic energy and I just can't do that to the cast, the
it's
crew,
not fair
me.
To
it's
them.
not fair.
It's just not fair.
Yeah.
You should see these texts I get from.
You should really talk to Justin Min for the role. It was me or Justin Min for the role.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's good. I like that. Okay.
Do you have any topics that are burning that you want to discuss?
I'm trying to think of anything. I don't have anything. We can close it out with playing this one game.
Yeah.
Because I'm working on Jenny and I.
Also, we thought about doing this for a while.
We have, and we've done it once when we did a Patreon hangout. And what we're going to do is we're going to play just like a card or two of this game. It's called We're Not Really Strangers.
Which is very fun. But I talk so much about everything with certain friends, and we played it, and it wasn't fun because we knew everything.
About each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
can you give them listeners a rundown what this game is?
I believe there's 3 different levels, and it's like a question, and everyone goes and answers that question. And I think we should go to the deepest one.
Okay, you're right. Okay,
like
1,
let's
2,
get
3.
into it. Okay. I think it's level 3.
So 3, and that's really it. There's not. It's like.
It's like a discussion game.
It's just a discussion game.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like getting to know each other.
A pull from anyone?
Yeah. I think 3 is the most intense one. No, it's not. Because this one's really fun. So to reset, it's actually level 1 that is the most intimate. And level 3 is the most like
fun one.
So it's reflection, connection, and perception.
I see.
Oh, okay. I got this totally wrong.
No, it's all good. So just so everybody knows, the one we first drew was, if we were in a band, what would our name be?
And that's part of
reflection.
So I guess it's reflecting on us.
Very quickly, we can just do that one. That one is a fun one, though.
I think we've done this before. We've talked about band or DJ names.
Okay, hold on here. I wasn't into the question when you said band, because I don't really like music like that.
Yeah.
But when you said DJ.
Now you're into it?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm bad at this.
I mean, maybe it'd have to be a callback to our alien overlords, Bertron.
Ooh, but it sounds like too futuristic. Like
it's a little too Daft Punk.
To be,
but that's so millennial.
That
of
is,
us.
and we are so millennial.
We're super millennial. The millennials, that's kind of fun.
Put it on rice.
The egg tarts.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, the egg tarts.
The egg tarts.
But then like the A is like a weird symbol. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, we're so millennial.
Yeah.
Oh man, buy our t-shirts at what was this place at Berkeley when t-shirt orgy?
Oh my god, yeah, t-shirt orgy.
Was it still there?
I think so. It sounds really familiar.
It's a t-shirt place in Berkeley.
Can I bring up, just talking about DJs really quick? I've been having a lot of people from my past reach out to me.
Okay.
Randomly.
All right.
And my friend from elementary school, who she left in 5th grade, so we didn't graduate together. She found me on Instagram.
That's nice.
And she is a DJ now in LA.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And she like played the Brooklyn Mirage.
Whoa.
And she was like, next time, I was just at the Brooklyn Mirage. Next time I'll like, you should come out and like, we should go rave.
Whoa.
And I went, you don't know who I am, which is not that. I would
way.
go for the story. But yeah, she's like randomly reached out. She's like, you just showed up on my Explore page. And we're like DMing, and I was like, wow, so you're in LA? She's like, yeah. She's like full DJ now. That's how she makes her living.
It's like every high school graduating class or I guess elementary school graduating class will have one Instagram content maker, one DJ, and one.
Yeah. Have I told you about who's the most famous person from my class?
I think you did. Who's it?
Millennium. He's very famous DJ.
Okay.
I bet people listening right now will be like, oh, wow, Millennium.
Damn, that was going to be our band name.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, so let's do this other question here. This is level 1 perception, which is like the most intense one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I asked this to you. Do you think I intimidate others? Why or why not?
You? I don't think you intimidate others. Okay, wait, no. I think you intimidate others very, very initially.
Oh, interesting.
Because you dress well.
Oh, really?
I was scared of you when I first met you in Asian AF.
Oh, yeah?
And that was your streetwear era.
Ah, funny.
You had like a beanie, like really at the top of your... I like didn't know how it was staying there.
On, yeah.
Your glasses were way more intense.
I had really big glasses.
Like really, really huge, like thick frame glasses.
Yeah.
And you were wearing like camo, like baggy
all
stuff.
Those camo stuff.
And I remember being like, and I'm in a black turtleneck. Like I was like, who am I? And on top of that, I was like an improviser and you were stand-up. So already like your talent, and then we're like the garbage improvisers. So like you were intimidating in that way. But I do think once you start talking, you're like the nicest person. Like at a party, you're the one who goes from group to group. You're like a butterfly, and you like don't stay for long. You're like, how's everything going? Blah blah blah. And you're like, oh, I gotta go say hi to them. Like you're like that energy.
Yeah.
So I think you're very not intimidating once you like say hi.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. So best scenario, I think.
Yeah.
Where yeah.
How about me?
You are the least intimidating person. If there was, I'm trying to think of the most intimidating thing, like maybe like a you know what an angelfish is? Yeah. You know, in the ocean, you know, the really mean looking fish that has like a big mouth and has like the thing that float like the light. You're the opposite.
Deep sea fish.
Yeah, a deep sea fish. You're the opposite of a deep sea fish.
Yeah, I'm like a Rila Kuma stuffed animal.
You're like a poutine.
Yeah.
You know what poutine is?
No, wait, I do know the name. What's poutine?
Poutine is like one of those like kind of...
the cat thing.
Yes. Yeah. It's like a cat stuffed animal franchise.
Yeah.
And that's you.
Yeah.
You are poutine.
I know. I'm so not intimidating in any way.
Yes. But that's not a bad thing.
I guess.
I'm not saying at all.
I'm very approachable, yeah.
You're very approachable. You know, which I think, I'm sure, you know, bothers you in some way. I don't know. I mean, in the sense that like people like think that... I get asked to
take pictures a lot.
Right.
That's where I get.
Yes.
I told you I was on a run once. Mm-hmm. I was running, headphones in, and I got stopped to take a picture.
Because somebody recognized you?
No. To take their picture.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, I would definitely ask you to take a picture.
But I was running. Like, that's the part. I was like, it's so crazy because they made me stop. And I took off my AirPods. I said, yes. And like, could you take a picture of us near the bridge? I was like, are you kidding me? And then, but it's me. So I couldn't say Arkemi. So I was like, sure. So I took one and it was like a disposable one. And then they're like, and then actually, could you take 2 more? Because there's 3 of us and we each want one.
Funny.
I was like, I'm so approachable that they stopped me mid-workout.
In the middle of the run.
Yeah.
They actually
to take 3 pictures.
They actually tripped you. Yeah. You're not going to do anything about it.
I was on the Brooklyn Bridge and I was walking with my friends. I got stopped 3 or 4 times on that walk.
On the bridge?
And it was just me. No one else would get asked. I would be the only one asked each time. And I was like, I must look so nice.
You do seem...
that I like, or I look like I'll take a good picture. One or the other.
Oh, yes, that's also true.
So I just like got stopped. And I was like, I'm with 2 other cute Asian girls. Like, feel free to ask them. But it was just me always.
Well, I was going to say, you're like at the perfect height of where I would set a tripod.
I was going to say, I have a tripod.
You have a tripod height.
I have tripod energy. I have tripod energy, that's why.
You know, stable.
Yeah.
You know, that can get a good angle.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you got that little bubble that tells you if you're level or not.
Can extend.
You can extend up and down.
Oh my god, I have
made
tripod
of carbon
energy.
fiber.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you met Jenny?
She's my tripod friend.
She's my tripod friend. Well,
That's
okay.
so funny.
Doesn't beat that. So maybe we'll come back and play this game again. We have way more cards.
There's so many.
There's so many cards. And you know what? I spent money on this, so screw it. I'm just going to carry that around. Well, that was the podcast, everybody. And I hope you had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun.
We had so much fun.
We uncovered all sorts of truths.
Yes.
About ourselves.
And about SpongeBob the musical.
About SpongeBob the musical. If any of our fans have listened to it, please tell us what you think of it.
Yeah,
we'd love to hear.
No one's gonna reach out.
I mean, I love musicals, so I can't hate on any musical.
People hate musicals too, so it's just like a thorny subject.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried my best. I did my best to bring my passions to this podcast. I left it out on the court.
That's all you can do.
And that's all I could do. I did my best. I think the game was as good as it could be.
Listen, we're gonna have to go back on Monday at practice.
I'm gonna have to look at the plays over again. We'll be reviewing and changing our strategy moving forward.
Listen, I'm very happy about the direction of this organization. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, we've already done our social media shout outs, but we'll do it again. If you want to follow the podcast, check us out on Instagram at Asian Not Asian Pod, and you can find me on there at Nice Pants Bro.
I'm at Jenny Arimoto.
Of course, you can always find our stand-up comedy show, Hack City. That's every second Friday of the month, and it's a lot of fun. Please come and say hi. Otherwise, I think that's it. We love you so much.
Yes.
All right.
Enjoy the summer.
While you can.
Bye.
Bye.